Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me today with next episode of How's the Market. My name is Yevgen Pitelman. I'm a real estate agent with Coldwell Banker Real Estate in Brooklyn. And today, my guest, Sal Tomaselli, our partner.
Morning, everyone.
Hi,
Good morning,
good
Eugene.
morning. Good morning, Sal. Sal is our mortgage broker and financial advisor. Today, we're going to talk about spring market. I would like to share what I know from statistics about the real estate, what's happening with real estate market today for the past month, and Sal will share what his side from financial point of view.
Be a pleasure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so today we're in the spring market. We're actually at the height of the spring market, and we're supposed to have the highest market activity, more inventory and more buyer activity, more sales. But looking at the numbers, looking at the charts, looking at my own listings and talking to other real estate agents, it seems like the market is not where it's supposed to be. We have much slower market activity. We have less inventory than even when it was last year, less buyer activity, less contract sales. The first number I would like to share with you is days on the market. I would say it used to be the decent amount of properties sold under 2 weeks. Right now, it's only a few, not even worth mentioning. And the numbers that sold under 30 days is only 20% as opposed to 33% that I calculated last month. The rest, 60, 90 days, is also significantly higher, takes significantly higher time to sell. The prices are still increasing. Year over year, we have anywhere between 3 to 6%. Depending on the property and the neighborhood, obviously. And the forecast indicates that the prices will continue to grow. I would like to share with you the charts, the visuals to support my point. Okay, you see my screen?
I do. I see what's happening in the market, Eugene. It seems like 2024 is obviously a lackluster year, it appears.
Yeah, and unfortunately on every chart. So this is the Brooklyn supply. These are the 3 charts that cover Brooklyn overall.
So supply is, from your records here, supply is down, correct?
Yes, the supply is down. It's coming up tiny little bit months over months, but it's still way below previous years.
But I think that's probably indicative of the spring market. The spring market is always a little busier than the, coming out of the winter in New York.
Yes, absolutely, it is. And moving into the summer, we're supposed to see this slowing down again.
Well, we might see a late blooming market. I think everything is dependent upon interest rates, obviously, so,
yeah.
On the interest rate side, it seems like there are indications that inflation, there's actually data out now that inflation is actually reducing. Okay. And so by doing that, that's positive because eventually they will start, the Fed will start reducing rates.
Okay.
So this is probably, if we look at last month's data, there was no indication that inflation was subsiding. Just last week and this week, some reports came out that indicate that it's coming down. So I think what you'll see is that the market, we might enter into a summer market that's a little busier than the spring was, due to the fact that I just think a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines waiting for rates to come down, in spite of the fact that they really haven't changed that much. What do you think?
Right. Well, I speak to other real estate people, and I see on my listings, this cannot be right now on the charts, but yes, it seems like people, the buyers, because of so much uncertainty, the rates first and foremost, and other things, they kind of decided to wait. I see this a lot, and I hear this
You
from
know what
other.
I'm noticing, especially in Brooklyn, there are pockets that are extremely hot, and the market is on fire. One of my clients just came to me purchasing a $2 million property. They're paying 2.1 million on a beautifully renovated property in Ocean Hill, Brooklyn.
Mhm.
Which historically, those numbers are we haven't seen numbers like that. And then there are other pockets of Brooklyn and Queens and other boroughs that we're just not seeing the same activity. So it just seems to be a very micro market. And I think, do you notice that as well?
Yes, we do have that. But again, comparing to the previous months, these kind of sales, I noticed them by the time the property spends on the market. Remember a couple last month and previous months, I would say we have sold under 2 weeks. We have this number and that number. I don't see those anymore. Very few properties sold that fast.
I'm kind of noticing that in certain areas there, again, very micro type markets, there
Yeah.
are properties that are really staying on the market a relatively short period of time, and then there's other property types. I don't know what you do in the co-op market, but do you have any data on co-ops, for example?
We do. The next set of charts would be breaking down into the property types, and we will see. Funny thing that you mentioned that the co-op apartments have a lot of inventory right now. The inventory is actually rising, but not the contract signing. So let me get through these overall Brooklyn charts, and then we'll get to the co-op as well. So this is Brooklyn supply. This is Brooklyn weekly new active listings, also lagging behind, as you can see, approximately at the level of last year, but way below 21 and 22.
Yeah, I don't think it's any surprise that, look, nationally we're down,
Yeah.
4.3% on home sales. I think what you're seeing here with that, this is a great chart, but it definitely reflects that the activity is, the active listings, the number of active listings have dropped significantly.
Yep.
Am I correct in reading that?
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, one of the main reasons is that a lot of people sitting on the mortgage rates under 3, and then who wants to, unless they press to really hard, who wants to sell and give up the mortgage at 3% and go into 7? This is
Right.
this is the reason. I mean,
Well, there is still a segment of the market that should buy. First-time home buyers should definitely jump into the market. I always tell clients, it's great, more than likely, and I think you'd agree with this, prices will continue to increase, especially
yes.
in our market, correct?
Absolutely. Yes. As I mentioned, it's already anywhere year over year, it's anywhere between 3 to 6%, depending
Okay. So
on where you are. Yeah.
it's like jumping into a stream, right? So
Right.
if a buyer comes in, and I always tell my clients, which are some of them are your clients as well, if the interest rates are higher now, as long as you get into the market, purchase something, as long as you could afford it,
Yeah.
there will be a time of relief, because we all know whatever goes up will come down, and we know that historically rates kind of balance out somewhere around 5 to 6%, right? So we're over that limit right now.
Yeah.
Would I be able to share my screen for a second?
Let me stop mine first.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I think this is relevant.
Okay, sure. Go ahead. Please go ahead.
To what you're saying. So I'm going to show my market report.
Mhm.
This is for today, May 17th.
Mhm.
And this is where rates are right now. We're right around 7%. So they really haven't moved too much.
Well, they were a week ago, they were almost 7.3 or something, and now it's 7.
Well,
So it jumped up and down.
I think, at the end of the day, they're relatively, the change from last week was a very small uptick. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now, but client, for me, anybody that's interested in getting that data, anybody who's listening to us, they can go on our website and subscribe to our mortgage market update, and they can get updates on a weekly basis, which is helpful to make them understand. But I think the general rule of thumb is for, buyers that are coming in, especially first-time home buyers, and correct me if I'm wrong, Eugene, they're going to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a lot of people who are in that age when they actually need to buy.
Well, they should buy, right? They should buy because it's a hedge against inflation. They buy now, and we all know that in the long term, prices continue to rise.
Absolutely, yes.
So, when I bought my office building and my little mixed use building in Rego Park, I paid $350,000 for it, and my hands were shaking at the time because it was the largest purchase I ever made, right?
Right.
And now I laugh at that and I say, but it's 20 some odd years later. And time will, even though we don't want to believe it, over a period of time, the values of the real estate goes up. So, I'm sure your advice to first-time home buyers, and my advice to first-time home buyers is jump in, get in the game.
If they can find something that they like, absolutely.
And knowing that more than likely there'll be an opportunity, long-term or short-term, where rates will drop. And once rates drop, they'll be able to actually reduce their monthly payments if they were to refinance. So there is a process there. There's a methodology and a strategy to this. And I think, if we have any first-time home buyers out there listening, give you some advice, to not sit on the sidelines, take advantage of the market, and buy in. And I apologize. I know you were getting to a co-op chart.
No, it's okay. It's okay. I will finish up. Okay, so let me finish up this the other charts, and so we can finalize. Okay, so this is this is where we left off. Brooklyn weekly new actives listings. So this is done. Now Brooklyn demand. This is a new contract signed. This is again shows that we're below last year and way below previous years. And this is overall for every property type in Brooklyn. And this is broken down into the particular property types, 1 to 3 family. We have inventory lagging behind, and new signed contracts also not doing well. We have condo apartments. The inventory is rising, but the contract signing is not. It's definitely going down here.
So, Eugene, question for you. This is kind of a, this will create an opportunity for buyers to negotiate, because if the gray line represents properties on the market and the black line represents contract signings.
That's a great question, but you think that will create opportunity for the buyer to negotiate?
I believe that there's a supply and demand issue here, and if there's an oversupply and somebody has to sell, and they're getting no activity, and it looks like there's less activity on the
it's even less activity. It's even, let me show you this. It's even worse situation on the co-op side. You see how much new listings on the co-op and how little activity here.
Yes.
But believe it or not, 2 things I want to mention about that. So it seems like the market overall a little bit on the buyer side, as you mentioned, just because of this discrepancy, because the combination of supply and demand. But believe it or not, there is a number that shows how much negotiability, how much discount actually buyers getting. And that number is only 2.9%, is extremely, extremely low. So taking all these things into consideration that we went through right now, you would think that the buyer has more, the buyers have more upper hand. They're not getting that.
You know, look, if the average sale price is, let's say, 500,000, a 10% adjustment, and would be 50,000. So even a 5%, 3% is, $15,000 to $20,000, adjustment in price, which I agree with you. It's not tremendous, but it is still,
it's still something.
Lower.
It's still something.
A lower purchase
Yeah.
price. So,
and again, we're moving into summer. Who knows? Maybe things change.
I think there's an opportunity here for some buyers. I think there's definitely an opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. And the last thing I want to share with you is that the only market that feels great right now is the rental market. We have the number of new signed leases at historical height. Prices are up, and everything seems to be going well on the rental end. So this is all the charts that I want to share with you. This is all the information. And anything else you want to share? Anything else?
No, I just want to thank you for having me on. Anybody who's listening, I'm the owner of Professional Mortgage Solutions and Go Reverse Mortgage. My number is this is my direct dial. So if anybody wants to call me, 718-457-4290. And once my team and I can help you get pre-qualified for mortgage financing. I know we've helped a lot of your clients, Eugene. So I just want to, thank you for the opportunity to come on today. And
of course,
if anybody is interested in getting pre-qualified, we're available. Just to reiterate, I deal with about 32 different lending institutions. We wholesale for over 32 lending institutions. So we have a wide variety of product available to clients.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then, so I'll just turn it back over to you, but thanks for having me on today.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Thank you everybody for watching this. Join us for the next episode. Like and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. All my contact information also attached to this video. Please reach out to me if you have any real estate question, and directly to Sal if you need financial advice. Thank you, guys. Have a good day.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Thanks, Eugene.